Hello, Abnormal Investigations. This is your first video drop today, which is the 5 o'clock p.m. video drop, and then there will be the 8 o'clock p.m. video drop. As y'all know, we're doing 2 videos a day, trying to for the rest of this month. Oh man, it's a lot of work, guys, but I'm really enjoying getting some of these out of my emails. My email is full, so it helps me to get the new encounters that are coming in. So let's go ahead and jump into this. What I have here for you guys is 2 Bigfoot encounters. They were shorter encounters, so I thought I'm going to start taking the shorter encounters, guys, and I'm going to start putting them together to get a full video. What do y'all think about me doing that? Do you like that I put the shorter ones together? Let me know in the comments. Let's get into the first one. I'll never forget the day I met Sasquatch. It was a crisp autumn morning, and I had been hiking through the Pacific Northwest forest for hours. I had been searching for evidence of this elusive creature, but so far I had found nothing. As I rounded a bend in the trail, I heard a strange rustling in the underbrush. At first I thought it was a bear, but then I saw it, a towering figure, covered in dark fur, standing upright like a man. My heart raced as our eyes met, and I felt a jolt of electricity run through my body. The creature didn't move or make a sound. It just stared at me with those piercing eyes and a gaze. I felt like it was sizing me up, determining whether I was a friend or a foe. I stood frozen, unsure what to do next. But then something unexpected happened. The creature began to move towards me, its massive strides eating up the distance between us. I braced myself for impact, but instead of attacking me, it gently placed its hand on my shoulder. I felt a surge of peace and tranquility wash over me, as if the creature was trying to communicate with me. I looked up into its eyes and saw something there that I'll never forget, a deep wisdom, a knowing that went beyond words. The creature began to walk alongside me, its massive feet making barely a sound on the forest floor. I felt like I was in a trance, my senses heightened as I tried to take in every detail of this incredible encounter. As we walked, the creature began to make a strange sound, a low rumbling growl that seemed to vibrate through my entire body. I felt like it was trying to tell me something, but I couldn't quite decipher the meaning. After what I felt like an eternity, the creature stopped and turned to face me. It looked at me with an almost human-like expression, and I felt like it was trying to convey a message. And then in an instant, it stepped off into the grass and into the weeds, and it was gone, vanishing into the trees like a ghost. I stood there for a long time, trying to process what had just happened. I felt like I had been given a glimpse into a world beyond our own, a world that was both familiar yet utterly alien. As I made my way back down the mountain, I knew that my life would never be the same. I had caught a glimpse of the unknown, and it had left me with more questions than answers. But I know that I would never forget this encounter, this magical moment when I met Sasquatch in the forest. What do you think of that, guys? It comes up, walks beside you, places its hand on you. You don't feel afraid, but you feel like you're in a trance. You walk alongside of it, almost like uncontrollable. You can't help but do it. And then it puts that grumble through you, and then just disappears into the woods. What do you think it was trying to do? Here's the second one. I'll never forget the day I met the beast. It was a gloomy, rain-soaked afternoon, and I had been hiking through the Pacific Northwest forest for hours. I had been searching for evidence of this elusive creature, but I never expected to come face to face with it. As I rounded a bend in a trail, I saw a towering figure covered in dark fur, its eyes glowing with the otherworldly intensity. My heart raced, and I began to move towards me in massive strides, eating up distance between us. But this was no gentle giant. Its eyes seemed to burn with a malevolent fury, and I could feel a dark energy emancipating from it. I tried to run, but my legs were frozen in terror. The creature loomed over me, its hot breath washing over me like a wave of dread. I felt like I was staring into the abyss, with no escape from the horror that was about to unfold. And then it spoke. Its voice was like thunder, shaking the very foundations of my soul. "You should not have come here," it growled. "You will never leave this place." I was paralyzed with fear, unable to move or speak. The creature began to circle around me, its eyes never leaving mine. I felt like I was about to be attacked and devoured. Suddenly it lunged at me, its massive hands grasping for me like claws. I tried to scream, but my voice was frozen in my throat. I was at the mercy of this monstrous creature with no escape from its wrath. And then everything went black. When I came to, I was lying on the forest floor, my head throbbing with pain. The creature was nowhere to be seen, and all my clothes were taken. But I knew that had been forever since I'd been out, because it was early morning when it attacked me, and now the sun was setting. As I woke, I was in a totally different place. I walked what seemed like for hours before I finally found the lake. And once I found the lake, I then knew where I was, because landmarks started to make sense. But I was nowhere where the attack had happened. Actually, I was 7 miles from where the attack had happened. I made my way to the highway, covered with grass that I could find to cover myself. And finally a person stopped and called 911, and I was then taken to the police station, where I gave my full account of the engagement. Wardens and sheriff's deputies took my report. Later I was called, and this is the weird thing, guys. This is what really pissed me off. They destroyed my report, said that it was a fake report, that I'd went hunting and he got drunken and he got lost. They said that I was lucky that they did not write me a ticket and sent me home. I will never go back to those woods. I've sold my rifles, and I've spent the money on my grandkids. I don't care to ever step back into those woods with that creature. Why it done that to me, I will never know. I don't have an answer for that. I know on the 411 that seems to happen a lot, so I'm not sure what that's all about. If anybody out there has any ideas of what you think might have happened to this guy, let him know in the comments, because I have no idea. I know it happens, but I don't know why that happens. It doesn't make sense. 7 miles is a pretty good distance. So, yeah, pretty strange encounter. Alright, guys, the 8 o'clock drop will be coming up. I believe it's a cryptid encounter, so I know y'all's going to enjoy that one. Thank you for listening. Until next time, guys, keep your head on a swivel, and don't be something's dinner.